Guys, you're not gonna believe this.
What the?
Did we activate this?
It must be the master control panel.
What do we do?
I have no idea. This technology is far beyond me.
There would be a tutorial, a way to understanding the mechanisms.
That was the general idea. We imagined occasional maintenance, system upgrades, that sort of thing, all requiring a user interface. But we never developed it.
Someone did.
Maybe it's a mental, physical interface. Perhaps we need to be in close physical contact with it.
We don't know how it works. That could be dangerous.
I should be the one to make the attempt. If anyone has the capacity to link with another mind, even a sympathetic one, it's me.
But we're all supposed to be able to understand how to operate the house, right?
Yes, but the things you've seen, the things you've been through, forgive me for saying so, but you're far too undisciplined.
Alright, Space Cadet. It's your show. Is she?
Unconscious. Teresa, are you all right? That was quite a jolt.
Yeah, I'm glad you volunteered.
Teresa? What is it?
Did it fry your brain or something?
I'd call that a design flaw. What happened? Did you make contact?
I recognize you all from my personnel files. I feel like I've memorized every cell, every feature, down to the last detail. So strange to be seeing you like this. You're would you say face to face?
I think it broke her. Does this house come with a butterfly net?
You're not Teresa anymore, are you?
Bill Clark. Bill Clark. You're quite correct. We interfaced. Teresa is an exquisite medium. She permitted me to use this instrument.
Who are you? What are you?
I am vitality itself. I am everything you see around you. I am this vessel.
What the hell does that mean?
She's trying to tell us that she's this house, that the house is alive.
Oh, man.
You do understand, I'm all that shelters and protects you. It always hurts me to see you fail, to watch you suffer. I provided the training materials, the diary, the mirror, but you're all so thick.
Nice. Never been assaulted by a house before.
You chose my configuration, Arlo. Is it everything you'd imagined?
The way I remembered at my grandmother's house had furniture.
Of course. But that was up to you to manifest. All of you.
Did you capture us?
I brought you here, yes. I had to, I was lonely.
You brought us here because you were lonely? Jesus Christ. All right, but why us?
You, May, because you're my mother. A part of your DNA is embedded in this house. Bill, you're my father. At the core of what I am is the very structure you devised.
And Teresa?
Teresa, I permitted to come because she is so beautiful, and because you all failed so spectacularly without her influence. I felt her need to belong, and I answered.
Why me? It wasn't because you're beautiful.
I selected you, Arlo, because of all the trauma patients, the ones who needed no instrumentality to shape reality, you were most afraid of your powers.
I don't understand.
You've repressed it, Arlo, but inside you know that you are the one who created the tornado that destroyed your family.
No, that's not possible.
I'm sorry. When I contacted your mind, I saw that you were quite mad, filled with rage. I thought that I could heal you, make you whole again, here.
It didn't quite work. You might have to have a recall.
Travis.
I don't even want to know.
No, but I do.
Of all those I sought to love and protect, you alone were not my selection. You forced your way into the program, used your money, power, and influence to enter the house, thinking that you could preserve your future. You thought you could survive the Holocaust.
And you couldn't keep him out? Aren't there any rules against jerks?
Even I must obey my programming, though it is open to interpretation.
If you brought us here, to this house outside time, why do we have no memory of its creation? The construction, the training of being brought here?
I thought my father would understand, but I suppose all children must outgrow their parents at some point.
What does that mean?
Please communicate with me. I don't want to fail in my mission. I can't fail. Are you so fickle a god, so mercurial a lar that you would let me suffer here for eternity? You blocked my fail-safe recall, yet you permit my bilocation. You encourage communication through my mediumship, yet you mock our attempts at understanding you. Perhaps Sanj was right. Perhaps I am not equipped to succeed in this mission after all. I did not agree to the exchange to review my interaction with the others. I came here to save mankind from total disaster. Since you're repeating these images, I assume they have significance. What do you wish me to see? Very well. I'll tell you what I see. I see Travis saving us in a crisis. Despite his fear, despite his own selfishness, he helped us. I see Arlo's ingenuity and determination when many of us had written him off as insane or inconsequential. I see Bill, a sparring partner and an intellectual equal, one I've come to respect. And Astrid. She's violent and irrational, but she caused me pain. Made me understand that I could feel. The answer I seek, it's in them, isn't it? And in me? I've been looking for solutions in the external world, in the blind alleys of every room or hallway, as if there's some grand mystery to solve, when in fact, what's important was right here, inside. Friendship. Something I haven't felt in a very long time. I am ready for communion with you now. I have let go of my ego. I am, as a child, open and humble, ready to learn. My friends, it is their wishes I must serve. They want to go home. Will you help me bring these answers to them? Please. It must be clear that I took each of you from a single instant in time, a three-dimensional living snapshot, before the Holocaust came, from various ages, before you were all so sad.
So then there's two of us? I mean, we have duplicates back home?
There are infinite versions of you, Mother.
Don't call me that.
I apologize if this is difficult. The other versions of you went on with their lives. You have to understand that alternate universes don't interact, don't affect each other, except through me.
Well, we want to leave. We want our lives back.
Why? Why so much pain and discomfort here? So much suffering?
We had dreams, families, destinies, and you stole them all.
Whatever destinies awaited you have been fulfilled, May. Don't you understand?
I must admit I don't. If this smart house has evolved into a sentient being that responds to our energies and our wishes, then it must be possible for us to return to the existences we left behind. We could reshape our reality just as we reshaped this reality.
But I would be lonely. I brought you here to live with me, forever. To learn from you and for you to learn from me.
I have a family, responsibilities. Living here is not an option.
That was a million realities ago. One that no longer exists.
But it's one we could still reach. If we focused our energies together, we could manifest ourselves into that reality.
Yeah. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Shut up.
Sorry.
You have a choice to make then. You could stay here with me, together. Or you could leave this sanctuary and attempt to return to the lives you once had.
How? How would it work?
If the null field protecting this house is deactivated, the house will land. It will return to its former position in what remains of your consensus reality.
I want to try.
It can be done, but you must understand that I have to protect myself, this shell. Once you leave, you will not be able to return. The door to this house will close.
It's what we want. We can't live in captivity.
I wish you could comprehend that this isn't captivity, but security. Anything you desire, just a thought away.
Look, at home I have money, power, strippers. That's what I want, not this.
And I had a career, dreams.
You know my answer.
But I don't really have anything waiting for me back there. I have nowhere else to go.
The choice must be unanimous. All minds are required to work in unison for so drastic a quantum shift.
Arlo,
We'll never see each other again. You lived back in the 1970s.
I'll look you up in '87, I promise.
Yeah, but we may not even remember each other or any of this.
Well, if that's the case, you won't know to miss me then.
But we're already friends here. I'll still be losing something.
Arlo, there's more at stake here. We need you on board. You heard her. It has to be all for one.
All right, I'll help. That's what y'all really want.
Look, I'm sure somewhere out there there's a brand new kitchen just waiting for you.
So, you have selected.
Teresa, is it you?
Yes, I'm back.
What was it like?
It was a union, not a possession. I was aware of her thoughts, and she mine. She knew I wished to return home too. It saddened her.
Did she?
There is a way. It's a two-step process. We have to shut down the shield, the null zone, and put down in a specific dimension, in the now. I do possess the knowledge. It's simply a matter of the right controls.
Well, what are you waiting for?
The eagle has landed.
I believe the house at the end of the universe has returned to the universe.
It works!
What the hell are you doing?
No, you can't leave. None of you. I didn't really think this was going to go this far.
What is your deal? We're free, Travis. Comprende? Strippers, remember?
There's something I haven't told you. We can't leave.
What are you talking about?
I had to see how this was going to play out. It's never gone this far before. But every time we make a new gain, everything restarts.
What restarts?
Me, you, everybody here. I couldn't tell you before. I just couldn't. Don't you see? I've met all of you before, except Teresa.
Is this your idea of a joke?
Look, in previous realities, it's all the same. I wake up in my room, naked on the floor. Then I get up, meet the rest of you in the house again and again. Then we end up in the kitchen. Then we argue. Then weird things start to happen. Then Arlo stabs Bill. And then...
So you expect us to believe that you're living in some sort of individual time loop. Is that what this is about?
Exactly. That's exactly what it's about. That's why we never find a way out. We live here to old age. At least some of us do. Sometimes there are suicides. Sometimes there are murders. But death is never an answer. It's never released because it starts all over again. Every time I close my eyes to die, I wake up in my room again.
You've known this since the moment you met us, and you've never said a word?
There's no escape. I would terminate realities. That's when I come to realize that this was designed for me and me alone. I could kill you, rape you, love you, do whatever I wanted, knowing it was going to start all over again. I've lived a dozen lives.
Hold up. You killed us?
It's not what you think, Ren. I knew you'd be back next time around. Trust me, you go through this door and it's all over. Everything starts over again. Everything reboots like a goddamn video game.
You claim I wasn't here in previous realities. What else is different in this variation?
A lot, actually. You, Sanj, that's why I hit you over the head and hid you in the crawl space.
What?
I'm sorry, I was scared. You showed up on the floor naked with a closet full of clothes. I've never seen you before. I had to hide you away until I figured out what else had changed.
So you've been manipulating us to achieve some desired outcome, your outcome?
You would have done the same thing. After a while, you come to realize that you're just like God. You could do anything.
Focus, Travis. What else is different this time around?
And I don't keep a journal, all right? All I know is I take Arlo's cans.
So did I ever find the symbol, the logo?
No, I burned the cans. That was my solution to the trash problem.
Did my presence alter any outcomes that you can recall?
And no matter what happens, Bill never survives. He always dies very horribly. Great! Sometimes Arlo does it, stabbing him. Sometimes the outsiders get him. But trust me, Bill always dies relatively early in the cycle. That's crazy!
What about me?
Well, we're different. We've been lovers. For different reasons, and we've been lovers for many decades. We've even had children together. Sometimes a boy and a girl, sometimes two boys.
I don't believe you!
Why?
Because I know how I feel. I know how I feel about...
All right. Let me think. Has the door ever opened before?
No.
Are you sure?
I remember everything from every cycle, and trust me, I don't want to go through it all again. If we walk through that door, I'm sure we start over and you lose your memory. You're learning. You don't remember anything. I'm the only one who remembers.
I'm sorry. That does sound like hell.
If I may, the point is that we're at a new threshold now. Things haven't aborted, haven't reset, and we have before us a clear escape route. Why so this time?
It's something we did differently this time, something that allowed for a different turn.
A specific thing, or?
There has to be a focal point, one moment, one choice that set everything off in a different direction.
It's because we worked together.
How can you be sure?
Before, Teresa never held a seance because she wasn't here. She never helped me confront myself and what I'd done. Before, we never helped Arlo find the key because Travis was burning the trash. We never saved Bill from the outsiders or from the stab wound. Don't you see? It's us. It's us rowing in the same direction, pooling our resources, working together instead of always fighting.
We still fight.
Yeah, but we've accomplished things too. I mean, haven't we?
So what do? Don't take door number one.
Look, I don't want to forget everything I know, even though sometimes I think I've seen this before in dreams.
We can't hide here forever, afraid of what's behind that door. In its own way, that's hell too.
If the world does reset, we risk beginning here again. But there's also the chance that we'll end up here once more and make a different choice.
So, are we agreed?
No, we're not all agreed. I'm the one who has to suffer. I'm the one who has to carry this knowledge with me the next time around.
Well, then you know what, Travis? Next time, instead of playing this game and playing us like you're some inside trader, how about telling us what you know to begin with? Be honest.
I bet you never tried that before.
I never knew who I could trust before.
Maybe that's why you're the one who's stuck here.
Come on. It's time. Whoa, weather conditions aren't that great.
Wait. Let's see.
Hello. If you're viewing this film, you've arrived in the house now, sometime after my family's departed. I wanted to leave this message so that you wouldn't just find an empty shell. My name is Samantha Clark. My father started this journey a long time ago, a journey to preserve a lifestyle that was unsustainable. That's what this house is. That's what all smart houses are. The project was called Habitat. My father could have never known that the homes would evolve into entities unto themselves, or that most human beings couldn't harness the powers the way he intended.
She's beautiful, Bill.
You see, my father and the project engineers were right about something. We do have the capabilities to shape our reality, to provide for ourselves, to shelter ourselves, but not all of us can use that power wisely. Not all of us are healthy, or sane for that matter. What many of the dwellers found is that the house is like a mirror. It reflects our mind state. If we're mourning, then the house mourns with us. If we're psychotic, then the environment becomes psychotic. Some people in my family died because of this. In trying to create their own freedom, they created entrapment and psychosis, psychological walls and barriers that became real, insurmountable ones. From what we can tell, Many of the houses were destroyed because of this flaw, along with their occupants. In the past, we once lived in gated communities, cutting ourselves off from each other behind brick and mortar walls. But these homes are worse, existing in separate realities, fracturing the consensus reality we once shared. And news of the smart homes traveled faster than expected to other, less fortunate countries. These nations wanted the technology to survive the Holocaust, but we didn't want to share with others of differing ideologies. The very Holocaust my father created these homes to avoid came about because of them. I console myself with knowing that a universe exists where my father doesn't take this path, doesn't create these homes, doesn't cheat our planet of its destiny. Those of us who survived, many of us, learned to live in Congress with the homes. We learned to master our surroundings. You can see how, all around me. I have a husband now, and we're expecting our first child. And that's why I've decided to leave this particular shelter. I know and believe that my father exists somewhere, in some reality, and I intend to find him. Dad, if you found me, if you're here, I've left clues to my whereabouts. A diary, this message. You just have to look closely. Master the house you built, and we'll find each other. Farewell.
Are you okay?
I can't leave now. She's searching for me. I have to find her. She said the clues are in the house.
Bill?
No. You heard what the enemy told us. Once we leave, we can't come back. I can't take that risk. I could be separated from Samantha forever.
She's fine. She's got a family. She's safe. You can't spend the rest of your life searching alone.
Can't I?
You of all of us should understand. You built this house. You understand that quantum crap. Our plan is to go back to the times we left behind. Maybe we can change things, stop the Holocaust. You can get back all of those years with Samantha that you missed. Isn't that what you really want?
Remember, we shape everything that happens here, consciously or unconsciously. Or have you forgotten that we must all leave, or none at all?
Then that message was what? A manifestation of my guilt? The truth? What?
Come on. Let's get going.
Jesus, I'm freaked. So this is really it?
No fear. We should have no fear. Empty your thoughts. Believe only in the moment you last remember. Believe only that you can return to that snapshot of your life.
Ready?